We not the Friday news. We came off from the highs of the day. Today we started off 0.5% higher and have come off quite significantly. Are trading very close to the low point of the day as well. So it's not really great going, and a lot of news specific action, yes, the likes of Asian Paints, etc. But even aside of that, private banks have corrected a bit, Reliance has corrected a bit, so all is not looking that well really for our markets currently. So that is the other point to take on board. Avinnash, in fact, that's the other thing. The reaction to bad news has been stark. Asian Paints, for example, is down 5% in the session today. And yes, the management commentary was bad, but irrespective of or independent of that, if you looked at the results, at least I thought that there was some growth maybe in the lower end volumes or lower priced stuff that they have. But clearly the urban demand that we speak about or the recovery in housing, etc. is not showing. Kansai Nerolac, the commentary was not the great either. Asian Paints has not been that great. What happens to some of these stocks? Because they're not cheap. I mean, Asian Paints would probably still be trading northwards of 25, 26 times, maybe 30 times.
Yeah, around 30 odd times.
Yeah, precisely. But after the fall today, maybe...
I think, Neeraj, the markets clearly got disappointed largely because of the volume, kind of growth. Very muted numbers, as you rightly said. And I think rural demand has been extremely weak. So I think that is one point to be, taken account. And more importantly, the management did not sound confident at all that the coming quarter, the festival quarter, could possibly also throw some sort of a volume increase. So my sense is, the markets are all, probably looking at next second half is also going to be equally bad. And I think in most of these companies, the valuation multiples are already pretty well stretched. So probably to that extent, some FII downgrades also came in. So probably the stock has actually taken a deep beating. But even going forward, over the next, say, 6 to 12 months, I think unless and until there is a strong recovery from the rural markets and clearly, we see a lot of housing and infrastructure activity picking up, I would not be surprised that the stock may remain, in a very narrow range, and then don't see any major kind of earnings driver. So that's probably the reason the markets are clearly giving it a thumbs down.
By the way, just to point out that sorry Tanveer, but the market is now down 0.4%. So a certain further dip that has come into our markets, large caps in particular. So there's a bit of a further correction that's happening. We're down about 0.25% now, worse. So trading at the low point of the day.
Closing into actually 100 points fall on the Sensex as well. So track that for you in the last 40 minutes of trade left. But Avinnash, coming on telecom, and do you think it's time perhaps to keep conviction there? Because we've still not seen 4G do its trick in the numbers. So, these falls at the stock that stocks are seeing in reaction to the earnings, could that be a time to buy?
I think if you see Bharti's numbers today, I think at least on the EBITDA, the beat was positive and much better, even the top line growth. But I think the markets are sensing that probably, around December time when Reliance Jio actually enters the market, this is going to be a time when there's going to be cutthroat competition. And I think that is probably one of the reasons why Bharti is now offering 4G at 3G prices. And clearly, you're going to see margin pressure getting accelerated. So probably that is one factor which is lingering around. And mind you, Reliance has got a cash kitty of more than 80,000 odd crores. But if you see all the other players like a Bharti or a Reliance Comm or an Idea, these are highly leveraged kind of balance sheets, and they are definitely going to feel the pain when finally Reliance Jio comes in. So I think clearly next 2 quarters are going to be more muted, as well as the pressure on profitability would definitely continue.
Okay, well.